Today we're going to talk about my favorite movie in the franchise, Return of the Jedi. And I'm going to give you a special emphasis on the battle for Anakin Skywalker's soul. I'll also talk about what I consider to be the greatest scene in the entire franchise. Here's a hint, no one talks about it. And I'll give you the one thing about this movie I hate. Let's get with it. Before we get to the meat of the video, I want to briefly discuss just a few things. One is Jabba the Hutt. He's the mob boss of Tatooine, Boba Fett's boss and Han's former boss. It turns out he's a big, fat, horny slug who has a thing for Leia, and who can blame him? Leia looks great in that metal bikini. He's really cool. And the action in this one is the best of the series. We've come a long way since that emotionally powerful but stiff and lightless lightsaber fight between Obi-Wan and Vader in the first movie. The action on Jabba's palace, the space fight where Lando and crew try to destroy the partially rebuilt Death Star, and the fight on Endor with the Ewoks. Oh, by the way, I know you all hate them, but I think they're cute, so screw you. It's amazing to see how much Luke has changed over the films. In the first film, he was a whiny teenager, well-meaning but with lots of doubts. But now he's a seasoned Jedi Master. He now holds the green lightsaber, which is a symbol that he has grown up. Now he can choke people to death with the Force just like his old man did. Oh yeah, they finally figured out that love triangle thing. Han ended up winning. You see, Leia went off with Luke on Dagobah while he was training with Yoda, playing house. But once they unfroze Han, she remembered that she actually still had feelings for him, and she ran off with him. Oh wait, that didn't happen at all. Get this, Luke and Leia are brother and sister. Ugh, yuck. The look on his face is priceless. He's thinking, this chick that I made out with in the last film, and that I've been trying to bone this whole time, is my sister. Ugh, let's just forget about that. But we all know the real heart of the film is the battle for Darth Vader's soul. Luke surrenders to Vader without a fight. He's made up his mind he's either going to turn his father back to the good side or die trying. He and Vader have an awkward but sweet conversation before Vader turns him over to the Emperor. The Emperor Palpatine is my favorite character in the entire franchise, and I think he's an even greater villain than Vader. Somehow he manages to be both charming, likable, and charismatic, while at the same time being hideously ugly and obviously pure evil. When I think of the devil, I don't think of a red guy with a pitchfork. I think of a pale guy in a black hood. He may not be the literal devil, but metaphorically he can be nothing else. The whole time he is determined to turn Luke to the dark side like he did his father, and make him his new second in command. The whole time he taunts and plays mind games with Luke, and he pretends to be a feeble old man, all the while knowing he could easily kill Luke or Vader if he just chose to. Meanwhile, while Luke's trying to perform an exorcism on his dad, Han and Leia are fighting on Endor with the help of the fighting teddy bears. I mean, the Ewoks. And Lando is leading a crew to try to blow up the Death Star. This is all happening at the same time. Luke lets him know he won't turn, so he and Vader fight. It's here we see something interesting that people don't seem to notice much. Luke has surpassed his father. In the last movie, Vader was a lot better and he just played around with him. But here we see that Yoda has made Luke even better than his father. The only thing saving Vader is the fact that Luke's heart's not in it. Luke comes dangerously close to turn to the dark side after Vader threatens Leia. True, he no longer wants her romantically, but she's still the person he loves the most in the world, and those are fighting. Luke goes on a rampage and overpowers Vader and cuts off his arm. All the while, the Emperor is amused and cackles in joy. But Luke snaps out of it. He looks down at his tired, panting father with his one arm. Then he looks at his own robotic hand, which replaced the one Vader cut off in the last film. By the way, limbs get cut off a lot in this franchise. Then he realizes how alike his father and him are, and how close he came to ending up just like him. He then throws his lightsaber and refuses to fight anymore. Then the Emperor fries him with his Force lightning, slowly electrocuting him. Luke screams in agony for his father to help him, And then Vader turns on his boss, throwing the Emperor off a cliff to his doom, knowing he will die at the same time. His redemption is now complete. Darth Vader is dead and Anakin Skywalker is reborn. Unfortunately, Vader was electrocuted when he grabbed the Emperor, so he is about to die. Luke holds his father, and Vader tells him to take his mask off so he can see him with his real eyes. Then he does. We see what Vader really looks like, a crusty old man. Now we come to what I consider to be the greatest scene in the entire franchise. The Death Star is about to blow up, and Darth Vader, now Anakin Skywalker, tells Luke to leave before he blows up. Luke says, "No, Father, I came to save you." And Darth Vader, or should I say, Anakin Skywalker, looks up at him and says, "No, Luke, you already have." He gives a message to Luke to tell Leia, and then he quietly dies. He is now redeemed. Just like in the old Christian theology, the Son has redeemed the Father. Now for the only part of this movie I hate. Look what they did to Boba Fett. In the last movie, he was so awesome, and they could have done so many great things with him in this movie, but instead, he gets beat by Han accidentally bumping into him, and him falling into a hole and getting eaten by a monster. Come on, that's ridiculous. Oh yeah, that musical number's really freaky too.
See you at the prequels, we will.